Joined by Jets insider Sean Reynolds this morning. And Sean, true or false, the very lopsided history between the Oilers and Jets matters 0% to this current group?
Is there an option B? Because I think I would take that, because between these teams, yes, that's a long time ago. 80s and 90s, the Oilers dominated. You can leave that in the history, except for the fact that a similar situation played out this year. The Oilers have beat the Jets 6 straight times. The Jets are going to need to figure that out. It's a tough team to play against. They can't get their forecheck going against this team until they figure that out. I think there's going to be troubles. That's the key for me in this series. The Jets can't figure that out. We're going to see more of the same between these two teams.
How much does Nik Ehlers change the equation, Sean? What's his status for game one?
Oh, he's huge. He changes things massively. His status, that's a little bit up in the air. At practice on Monday, he's still wearing the non-contact jersey. He's not taking a lot of reps with the secondary power play, which runs basically off of him. So I'm not hopeful for him getting into game one, but when he is operating at his best, you don't need to dump the puck in against Mike Smith and have him turn it up to his defenseman and alleviate the pressure. Nik Ehlers is a zone entry in a can. He can skate faster than you. He just skates right by you, holds on to possession, and the longer you have that puck in the Oilers zone, the less time Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are burning you in your zone.
I'm going to be honest, the only thing I really wanted to talk about, Sean, were the GOATs, Tom and Tiger, Mark Scheifele's
Me
GOATs.
too. Me too.
Like, as if that's a real thing that happened. But in that same sentence, Scheifele's been pretty frank that he'd like his name amongst the GOAT status in hockey. What does he need to do to prove to you that he belongs with the McDavids and the McKinnons of the hockey world?
Yeah, I absolutely love the whole GOAT thing and him naming them after the GOATs. We know he loves Tom Brady. We know he follows kind of his mantra about, living the right way and eating right. That's what Mark Scheifele wants to be. So he's said it, and give him credit for having the courage to say it. I want to be right there with Connor McDavid. I want to be there with a guy like Nathan McKinnon. He's not there yet, though. That's the issue. He said he wanted to get there this year. Clearly, no one is at McDavid's level, but he's pushing. A couple of years ago in 2018, he was almost at GOAT status, one of the greatest goal-scoring playoff performances we'd ever seen. He was on pace in 2018 to come close to tying or maybe even breaking the record for the most goals ever in a single playoffs. So he's got that ability in him. He's got that push. He's got that drive. But head-to-head between these two teams, Connor McDavid was clearly the star. What does he need to do? He needs to show up. He needs to push back, and he needs to put out the numbers that have him up beside a Connor McDavid. It's one thing to say it. It's another thing to do it. He needs to do it if he wants that recognition.
Well, hopefully if he gets one more GOAT, it's named after Connor Hellebuck and not Connor McDavid after this series. Thanks a lot, Sean.
Thank you.